Yeah. Okay, so good morning, friends. So we'll continue. Last class, we just discussed about the measurement system. Okay, so last class, as there was some issue that you are not able to come. So now we have started with what is called the control system. So I'll just brush through for the benefit of those who have not done the last class. Right. So now the previous system what we have discussed was called as the measurement system, and the next system is going to be called the control system. Basically, the control system is the one which is going to be mainly used to control its output to some particular predetermined value. Means if you want to control any system to a predetermined value, we are going to use a system called as the control system. In the control system, basically measurement system is an important one. If you could able to measure the value properly, then control is going to be easier to make. Okay, so therefore the success of a control system is based on the success of the measurement system. Okay, right. So now the requirements of a control system is it should be stable, it should be accurate, and the response time should be faster. Okay, right. Now, if we analyze the various different types of the control system, so basically the control systems are going to be classified into two cases. One is called as the open loop control system, and other is called as the closed loop control system. Okay, right. Now, in case of the open loop control system, the output is going to be the independent of the input parameter. Okay, the output is going to be independent of the input parameter. That means what? That means that in the open loop control system, we are not interested. Okay, we are not interested to measure what is called as the output, and we are not going to compare the output with the input parameters. Please understand this carefully. In case of open loop control system, there is no possibility of measuring the output parameter. Okay, we are only going to change the input parameter irrespective of the output value. Okay, we are not interested to measure the output and also not interested to compare that output with the input parameters. Okay, now in the open loop control system, the output is not going to be automatically adjusted. Okay, the variation of the output will not going to be automatically adjusted. Okay, so this is the basis of open loop control system. So in this case, in open loop control system, we will be having what is called as a control unit and the processing unit. So you are going to give the input. Control unit is the one which takes the action. Okay, what has to be done, and processing unit is the one which processes that particular control functions. Okay, and you are going to get the output. Now here, if you observe in open loop control system, I'm not going to measure the output. Only I am going to change the input parameters. That's all. Okay, I'm going to change the input parameter irrespective of whether the output is obtained correctly or not, whether the output is achieved or not. Are you understanding carefully? Is it clear? Whether
Yes, sir.
whether the output is achieved or not, I am not going to bother. Simply I am going to change the input parameter. Okay, so one simple example we'll take. Okay, electric heating device. Okay, now a room heater. Okay, now room heater expectation is what? Expectation is the room should be at the desired temperature. Okay, assume it is not an automatic room heating device. It's not an automated room heating device. The output expected is the room to be at a desired temperature. Let us take 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it's hot outside, so I expect the room to be at 21 degrees Celsius. Okay, but what is the input? There is a switch. Okay, there is a switch which controls the temperature. As a human being, I am going to switch on the switch. I'll on the switch, and the electric heating device has started. That's all going to occur. The switching off of this thing is depends upon what? I don't know whether the temperature has reached or not. After some amount of time, I am going to switch off the lights. Okay, so this is a case of a open loop control system wherein I have not measured the output. Okay, And another simple example, a day-to-day example, if I give, okay, generally we have a habit of switching on the motor, correct? No, to send the water to the overhead tank. Okay, what will you do? You switch on the motor. Okay, you don't know. Okay, because nobody is going to go there to check whether the water has filled or not. Correct? No, that's a common sense. Okay, what will you do? You just switch on the motor. So you know, your judgment knows that. Okay, means previous judgment says that the water, the overhead tank what I am having, okay, is a 1000 liter capacity. It is going to get filled in half an hour time. Correct? Are you understanding what I am telling? Right. After half an hour, what you do? You go and switch off the motor. Are you understanding? Yes or no? Okay.
Yes,
After
sir.
after half an hour, you are going to switch off the motor. Okay. Now the decision of yours to switch off the motor, is it dependent upon whether the water has completely filled in the tank or not? Do you know that the water has filled completely or not?
No, sir.
No idea, because it might have been filled or it might also not been filled, because it's your judgment. Okay, your judgment says that every half an hour, okay, half an hour is sufficient to fill the to fill the water in the tank. Okay, that is the judgment. Okay, so now in the open loop control system, you are not measured the output. Output was what? Output was the complete filling of the water in the tank. You are not measured it, but simply you have changed the input parameter. Okay, input parameter is what? Input is decision to switch on the motor, switch off the motor. Okay, sometime you switch on, after some time you are going to switch off. Okay, so this is a simple example of a open loop control system. Another simple example is going to be your traffic control lights. Okay, so traffic lights. Now you know traffic lights. The assume that every 2 minutes there is a changeover from red to the green, from green to red. Okay. After 2 minutes only the changeover is going to occur. Correct or what? Okay. Whether assume there are good amount of vehicles present on the road, or whether there is no vehicle present on the road, after 2 minutes only the traffic is going to change. Will it go into sense? Oh, there are too many vehicles are there. Let me change after 4 minutes. Is it going to occur in our general traffic? I am talking about. Okay. Is it going to occur like that?
No, sir.
No. Okay. It means that whether there is going to be pile up of the vehicles, whether there is no vehicles also, after 2 minutes, it simply changes from one to another. Okay. It means what? The judgment, the input parameter has changed without knowing or without worrying about what is the output. Okay. So that is a case of the open loop control system. Now, do you expect this to happen in your mechatronic system is the question. Do you expect this?
No, sir.
Okay, definitely not. Okay, right. Now, before we go further, we'll try to understand the advantages. Advantages is simple in construction, very good, fine. Okay, very simple in construction, cheaper, that's also fine. Maintenance is less due to the absence of complex parts. Advantages from the point of view of open loop control system. I'm not talking about the functional aspects here. Okay, now come to disadvantages. Okay, it is highly inaccurate because there is no correction for errors. Okay, means if there is a mistake occurred, you can't do anything. Why you can't do anything? Because you are not measuring the output itself. Okay, as you are not measuring the output, there is no question of correction at all. Okay, so hence it is inaccurate. I don't want this inaccurate system now. Okay, then systems do not take account of external disturbances. Okay, now some external disturbances, okay, right, is going to be there that you are not going to take into account. Okay, and it is relatively slow in response. Last one is very important. Control depends on the human judgment. Okay, now you are the one who decided that after 30 minutes I want to switch off the motor, after 2 minutes I am going to change the traffic signal. Therefore human judgment is always going to be relative. Okay, you can't able to expect all the time a good only. Okay, these are the disadvantages. Okay, now what we expect now is to go for what is called as closed loop control system. So this is very important. Okay, right. Now, what do you mean by closed loop control system? Is a closed loop control system is a system where the output has an effect on the input quantity in such a manner as to maintain the desired output value. Okay, very important. Okay, a closed loop control system is the one in which the output signal is going to have the effect on the input quantity. That means I want to maintain some desired output value all the time. In order to maintain this desired output value, how I am going to automatically correct my input parameter is what is the feature of the closed loop control system. Okay, therefore in closed loop control system, the system will automatically correct. Okay, the system is going to automatically correct based upon what? How the system will automatically correct? The system will automatically correct because of what is called as important one, called as what? Called as the feedback. Okay. Now, what is the feedback here? What is that you are measuring? Huh? What is that you are going to measure here? Yeah. What is that you are going to measure?
Sir, output.
Yeah, you are going to measure the output. Okay. And this output, what are you going to do? This output you are going to compare. Okay. The output you are going to compare with the desired output. And if it is not correct, okay, that means if you are going to get the error is nothing but actual value minus measured value. Correct? Okay. So the measured value minus actual value. Okay. If you are going to get the error, then what you need to change? You need to change the input parameters so that the correct output is going to be generated. Okay, that will be automatically taken care. Because that system is called as the closed loop control system. Okay, now in order to make this to happen, please note down this. In order to make this to happen, so we'll try to understand some of the basic elements of a closed loop control system. Okay, quickly just make a note of this. Okay, basic elements of a closed loop control system. One is the reference value. Okay, I want all of you to make a note. One is a reference value, then a circle with cross, that is called as a summing point. I'll explain clearly. That's called as a summing point. Comparison element. Okay, that's called as comparison element. Then you have got the error signal. Then first one is your control unit. Next is the correction unit. Next is the process. Then control variable, then measuring device, measured value. Okay. Okay. Okay, right. Now we'll start. Okay, so this slide is very important. Okay, it's an important from the exam point of view also. Okay, right. Now, basic elements of a closed loop control system. So first one is what? The reference value. Okay, reference value is nothing but what? Reference value is nothing but the what is required. Okay, what is desired. Okay, is called as a reference value. Okay, what is desired is called as a reference value. Then you have what is called as a comparison element. Okay, what this comparison element is going to do? Now I'll try to explain. Reference value is there, then the comparison element, then we have control unit, correction unit, process, controlled variable. Okay, now what do you mean by controlled variable? Means what is control variable means? What is the control variable means? What is the output parameter? Is it clear to you? Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Reference value. Reference value is the desired value to be maintained. Control variable is nothing but the output of the system. Now this output of the system you are going to measure by using what is called as a measuring device. Okay, you have a measuring device. Now if the output is going to be temperature, the measuring value is going to be a thermocouple. If the output is a voltage, measured device is going to be voltmeter. If the output is going to be some X parameter, the measuring device is the one which is used to measure that X parameter. Is it clear now? Right. So you have a measuring device. What have you done here? You have measured what? You have measured the controlled variable, which is nothing but the output. Now you have got the measured value. Measured device, measuring device, you have got the measured value. Now you have got the comparison element now. Okay. What this comparison element does? Comparison element is called as a summing junction. Okay, please understand. Okay, is called as the summing junction. What it compares? Comparison element compares. Compares what? Compares the reference value to the measured value. Okay, right. Now the difference between this, the difference between the measured value and the reference value is called as what? Is called as
Sir, errors.
error. Okay, so difference between the measured value and the reference value is called as error. Now what is going to happen? In this case, reference value is going to be a positive value and measured value is going to be considered as a negative value. When I say this is a summing junction, what is happening here? Plus and minus. It means what is the action which is going to occur here? In this case, the difference between the comparison element receives the measured value and compares it with the reference value, or it's also called as the required value. Okay, the difference between the two is called as the error signal. Okay, right. Now in this error signal, the two signals will be added. When the two signals are going to be added, so you are going to get what is called as a error signal. Now what do you mean by error signal? What is the meaning of error signal here? What is the meaning of error signal here? What is the inference of error? If I get an error signal, what do you mean by that? Tell me, if I get an error signal, what is the meaning of that?
Sir, there will be difference between reference value and measured value, sir.
Simple. Okay, there is a difference between what you have got and what you should have got. Simple, right? Okay, right? There is a difference between actual value and the measured value. Now, what you need to do now? You need to compensate this error, correct or what? Okay, then only you call it as a closed loop control system. Closed loop system is what? The system which automatically corrects. Understand? Closed loop system is the one which automatically corrects the parameters so that all the time the error should be equal to 0. The error should be equal to 0. Very good. Okay, then we have what is called as a control unit. Now what this control unit does, control unit is the element of a closed loop control system which decides what action to be taken. Please understand carefully. Control unit is a device in the closed loop system which decides what action to be taken so that the error signal to be nullified. Okay, right. That signal may be, okay, that decision may be, okay, to switch on the motor. The decision may be switch on the valve. Okay, I am telling only the decision. Okay, the decision may be switch on the motor or switch on the valve. Okay, now the control plans that I am going to make, okay, it might be a hardwired system, okay, or it might be a programmable system. Generally nowadays the plans are all going to be what? A program system, which is a set of instruction. Okay, I'll write the plan. Okay, for this error signal, this is the plan that I am going to carry out. Okay, now I have done the plan now. Okay, what has to be done next now? Now plan is ready. Okay, the plan is ready to nullify the error. Next should be what? What I should do with that plan? What I should do with that plan? If in the plan only can I run the show?
Sir, implement, sir.
Implement. Very good. Okay, now I have made the plan. Now next I need to implement it. Okay, then who is going to implement is the next question. Okay, who is going to implement the plan? The device which is going to be used to implement the plan is called as correction unit. Okay, so understood carefully. The correction unit is going to receive the signal from where? Signal from the control unit and produces, it makes certain changes. It produces certain changes in the process. Okay, so it makes certain changes in the process so that the error signal is going to be 0. Okay, now here we are going to use the term called as The actuators, very important. Okay, control unit is what? Control unit is nothing but what are called as the controllers. Okay, right. Now here we are going to use word called as controllers. Okay, right? Yes. Anything? Right? Yeah. Okay. The correction unit, the devices which are used in the correction unit is called as what? What? Actuator. Is it? Okay. Right. Now the devices are going to be called as the actuators. Okay. Now actuators are the one which is used. Now you have got the plan. Now you are going to implement the plan. Who is going to implement the plan? Actuators are the one who implements the plan. On what are you going to implement the plan? You are going to implement the plan to control what? To control the process. Okay. So process is what? The process is the one which is being monitored or which is being controlled, or the system which is controlled. Are you understanding now? Right? Now, next is going to be what is called as a measuring device. You know, measuring device, mainly measuring device is used for what? Used to measure the control parameters. Okay, used to measure the control variable and it gives the output. Okay, right. Now, these are all the basic elements of a closed loop system. So we'll just brush it off now. The closed loop control system is going to have a reference value, which is the value, desired value, okay, or the actual value. Then there is something called as control variable, which is nothing but the value obtained out of the system. Then we have what is called the comparison element. Comparison element compares the measured value with that of the reference value. And if there is any difference, error signal is going to be generated. Now, the objective of closed loop control system is to make sure that error signal is going to be nullified or it should be reduced. Okay, right. Then we have what is called as a control unit. Basically, control unit is the unit of a closed loop control system which decides what action to be taken. Okay. Now, action taken is done by the control unit, and those devices are going to be called as the controllers. Okay. Generally, controllers are going to be a programmable controllers. Then that signal goes to the correction unit. Correction unit is a device which implements the plan given by the control unit. Okay, which implements the plan given by the control unit. So those devices are called as the actuators. Okay. Now, what is that you are controlling? You are controlling what is called as a process. Process is nothing but what? Process is nothing but the elements which are being controlled. Okay, right. This is about the elements of a closed loop control system. Now we'll take one simple example. Okay, I'll come back to that example later. Now we'll take one simple example. First this example, then we'll go to the other example. Now just observe carefully. Okay, right. Please observe carefully, and we'll try to understand. There should not be any doubt here. Okay, right. Now, what is this? What is this block diagram about? Can you tell me?
Closed loop system.
Huh? What is this block diagram?
Closed loop system.
That's correct. What for? What for? What for it is used? What for it is used? Can you just by reading the just by read the components and tell me what for it is used.
Sir, room heater, sir.
Yeah. It is used to control the temperature of the room. Okay, right. Simple. Now, okay, right. Now this is what is your basic elements. So the same thing I want you to understand. Okay, so these are the basic elements. I will use the same parameters there. Okay, right. Now we have the input. Input is what? That is the input variable is the required temperature. Okay, that you need to maintain. Now output, you have got some temperature. Correct? Are you understanding? This constant temperature of the room, this temperature of the room is that you are going to measure by using a measuring device. Measuring device may be a thermocouple, thermometer, thermostat, whatever it is. Then feedback of the temperature signal. Okay. Now comparison element compares and it gives the deviation signal. Deviation signal is nothing but what is the error signal. Okay. Then we have a switch. Okay. And then we have electric file. Okay. Right. Now one by one. Okay. What is control variable? Observe here. Okay. I'm using these words. Are you understanding what I'm doing?
Yes, sir.
I am
Yes,
using
sir.
this control variable, reference value, error signal, control unit, correction unit, process, measuring device with an example now. Okay, right. Now, what is the control variable? What is that you want to control?
Temperature, sir.
Temperature of the room. Simple. Any doubt here? Finish. Okay, control variable is the room temperature at the present time. Correct? What is the reference value? Reference value means what? The
In-
first one.
Input value, sir.
Input value. What it should be? What is that? Actual room temperature. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The required room temperature. Okay. Now comparison element. What is the comparison element? The person comparing the measured value with the required value of the temperature. Now here it's a person. It might also be a device. Are you understanding?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Okay. Now here comparison element is this one is a device. I can use a comparator to measure the difference between this or this, or I may have a person to note down the value. Clear? What is the error signal? What is the error signal? Tell me, what is the error?
Difference between the measured and the required temperature, sir.
Simple. Okay, error is something but what? Error is something but what is that you have measured? Correct? What is that you have measured to what is the required temperature? Yes or no? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Any doubt here? Any doubt?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Error signal is the difference between the measured and the required temperature. Then, who is going to make the plan? Who is going to make the plan? The plan is going to be done by the person who is measuring the difference. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. The person is the one who is going to make the plan. Then correction unit. Correction unit is what? Correction unit is the device. The device which is used to increase or decrease the temperature. What is that the device? So is the person is the device or switch is the device?
Switch, sir.
Switch is the device. Okay, now the person will on the switch. Switch is the device which increases or decreases the temperature so that deviation signal is going to be 0. Clear? Then what is that you are controlling, by the way?
Temperature, sir.
Yeah, you are controlling the heating by the fire. Okay, that means temperature you are controlling. Okay, the process you are controlling is what? The process what you are controlling is heating by the fire. That is nothing but ultimately you are controlling what? You are controlling the temperature. Okay, right. Then measuring device. What is the measuring device that you have used? The measuring device what you have used is a thermometer or a thermocouple. Yes or no? Understood? Right?
Yes,
So
sir.
now this is about one particular example. Okay, that means here just observe the closed loop control system. What I am using is to keep the temperature of the room constant at all the time. Right. Now I am measuring the output temperature by using a thermometer. I am explaining now. I am measuring the output temperature by using a thermometer, which is a measuring device. Clear? Right. The input variable is going to be a required temperature. So the measuring device measures the output value and comparison element compares the measured value to the required value and generates the deviation signal or generates the error signal. So the error signal is going to be observed by the person. Okay, means I am there to know what is the difference. So I thought of a plan. That plan I am going to implement through what is called as a device called as a switch, which is going to control the temperature of the room. So this is an example of your closed loop control system. Any doubt here?
No,
Okay,
sir.
right. Then we'll go to the second one. Okay, right. For a moment, don't observe the right one. Okay, just observe the left one. Okay, right. What is the left one? It indicates what is that? Automatic control of water. Control of water level. Okay, now it's simple. Okay, what is happening now? The water starts to come. When the water starts entering into the tank, what is going to happen to this ball?
It Gets filled up.
No, what is going to happen to this? The water gets filled up. This hollow ball will
Rise.
Sir, it will float. Sir.
Yeah, the float. This is the hollow ball is something but the float. Correct. Okay. The float is going to comes up. Remember, when the float comes up, what is going to happen to this pivot and this lever? Lever along with the hollow ball will comes above. Correct? Huh? When it comes above, what is going to happen to this pivot? Pivot will
Close the input, sir.
simple. Okay, the pivot will close the input. When the close of the input is going to occur, when the water has reached the maximum level. Yes or no? Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Simple, very simplest thing. Water starts to enter, the hollow ball will start to rise, along with the lever will move, and when it comes to the maximum level, the pivot will close off this water input, by which water will not going to get in. Then as and when you start using the water, the lever along with the pivot will comes down, by which making the way for the water to get into the system. So this is an example of the closed loop control system. Now you observe one by one. Okay, what is the control variable? Control variable is nothing but what? The output value. Correct? Output value, what is that you are measuring? You are measuring what is the level of water in the tank. Correct? Reference value is what? Reference value is nothing but initial setting of the float and the lever position. Okay, initially you are going to set. Desired is what? What is desired? Always desired is at the peak. Yes or no? Desired position is what? You want always the water to be filled completely. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
That is called as your reference value. Correct? Reference value is nothing but initial setting of the float and the lever position for the complete filled of the tank. Okay. Then comparison element. Okay. So comparison element is nothing but the lever. Then error signal is nothing but what? Difference between the actual and initial setting. Initial setting is made for what? Made for full tank. Understanding? Initial setting is made for the full tank. Actual setting is nothing but at what is the current water level. Okay. If there is a difference, it means that water has filled or filled completely or not filled.
Not
Not
filled.
filled, sir.
Not filled. Okay. If there is a error, it means the water has not filled. Now, once the water has not filled, what are you going to do now? This pivot and the lever. This is the plan. What is the time going to do now? Now, the correction unit is nothing but it opens and close the water supply. Okay, that means with the pivot and the lever, it makes the water to comes into the system. Okay, so control unit is the pivoted lever. The correction unit is the flap opening. The flap opening or closing the water supply. Means flap and rain. This is called as a flap. Are you understanding? Clear? So this is something called as a flap, which makes the water to get in or stop. Okay. When the water is going to be lesser, the flap opens larger. When the water is started to rise, the flap starts to close it off. The flap completely closes when the water is going to be completely filled. Okay. That is the case of a correction unit. Then what is that you are monitoring? What is that you are monitoring? You are monitoring the water level in the tank. Okay. So which is the measuring device here? What is measuring the level of water? What is this one? The hollow ball or nothing but the floating ball along with the lever. Okay. So now what you need to understand, this block diagram and these are the elements. These elements you need to correlate with the example so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay. So two examples I have given. One, the simplest one I have started. Then next one is bit on the higher side. Okay. Any doubt here?
No,
Clear?
sir.
Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now with this, next we'll understand the advantages. Okay. Now what is very important here? What is the biggest advantage of closed loop control system?
Sir, feedback.
Feedback. Very, very important. Okay. Is feedback. Okay. Feedback regarding what? Feedback regarding the output variable. Okay. So since there is a feedback, any errors can be detected. Yes or no? Okay. So errors can be detected, and also errors can be eliminated. Okay, so this can happen only with the presence of the feedback device. Okay, so as the errors are going to be detected and nullified, you can definitely say the system is going to be accurate. Okay, right. Then output can be controlled in a desired way. This is what is very, very important. Okay, so in the way that you want, you can control the output. But in the open loop control system, the output will never going to be measured. When you are not going to measure the output, then there is no question of controlling itself. Okay, but in case of the output, in case of output, that is the open closed loop control system, the output can be controlled as per your requirement. Okay, system response is higher. Okay, system response is nothing but, what is my system response? The fastness with which it gives the correction devices. So that means, okay, whenever you have got the feedback, how much time do you require? Okay, whenever you got the feedback, how much time do you require to adjust or to make the correction? Okay, that is called as a system response. Okay, right. Then important change in the system is automatically taken care of. Okay, now if we consider any system for that matter, all the systems generally are going to be of a closed loop control system only. So we'll never going to go with what is called as an open loop control system. Okay, but still these two have some disadvantages, but it is not an issue. The disadvantages are going to be more complex in construction because more number of parts. Simple, more number of parts, hence it is obviously complex. And costlier than open loop system, definitely costlier, but the advantage what we are going to get is going to be very larger, by which this disadvantage we need not to worry much. Then high maintenance cost. Okay, these are all the general disadvantages which the system is going to have. Okay, right. Then last one. Okay, now I like to end with the difference between open loop and closed loop control system. Okay, please observe carefully. Okay, think to the simplest possible way I am explaining now. Okay, now open loop control system, without feedback unit. Okay, feedback itself is not going to be there. In the closed loop we have a feedback. Okay, right. Now in the open loop, output is dependent on input. Okay, right. That means whatever the output that you are going to make, you are going to change the input. That's all. Okay, if you change the input, output is going to be correspondingly changed. But in closed loop control system, input is dependent on the output. Okay, that means now whatever the desired value that you want to make, you can correct that by using this system. Then less accurate, open loop control system is less accurate, and obviously this is more accurate. Less expensive and easy to build. On the other side, expensive and complex to build. Slow in response. Okay, so open loop system is slow in response because you are not going for any corrections. Okay, the closed loop control system is high in response. Okay, right. Stability can be ensured, may be unstable at times. Okay, what is this actually? Stability can be ensured, may be unstable at times. What is this? Why stability can be ensured in the open loop control system? Okay, please understand. Okay, don't misinterpret that. Stability can be ensured means, okay, in open loop control system we have very few number of components. Okay, we have few number of components. Okay, as we are having few number of components, okay, the reliability of the system is going to be higher. Okay, reliability is something but what? Okay, assume in the open loop control system we have two components. The reliability of first one is 90%. The reliability of the second one is 90%. Okay, what is the system reliability? What is the reliability of the whole system? Okay, this is a simple thing. When there are two number of components with 90% as the individual component reliability, the system reliability is the multiplication of the individual reliability value. So 0.9, 0.9. Okay, it becomes what? System reliability is going to be 0.81, that is 81%. Understanding? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Means reliability of one component is 90%, reliability of other component is also 90%. But still, is the reliability of the system is 90%? No. The reliability of system is going to be reduced and it becomes 81%. Okay. Now we have only two components. You take an example of a closed loop control system. How many components do you expect? More than two or less than two?
More than two.
Okay, let's say there are some five component, five elements are there. Okay, all these five components are having 90% as the reliability. Okay, all five are having 90%. So what is going to be the reliability of the whole system? Will it be 90%?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, what is going to happen to the reliability? Reliability is going to become less, even lesser. It means what? 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9 into 0.9. Okay, are you understanding? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, what is going to happen to the reliability? It is definitely lesser than 81%. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is the meaning of this. Stability can be ensured because you will be having lesser number of components. Here may be unstable at times. This is because as more number of components are going to be there, there might be possibility of the instability. That is the thing. Okay, right. Then in open loop control system, input factor is the sole factor for providing the control action. Now here the control action is provided by the difference between the input command and the corresponding output. That is, the error signal is the one which drives here, but here input factor, that is switching on and switching off, is the input factor. Okay, but here the difference between, in the closed loop control system, the difference between measured and the input is the factor which drives the control. Okay. Next one is control adjustment is depends on the human judgment. Okay, that is always there. But here control judgment depends on the output and feedback element. Okay. Last one. Any changes in the system component cannot be taken care automatically. Okay, any change in the system component cannot be taken care automatically. That means automatic correction is not possible. But in the case of closed loop control system, the possibility of automatic correction is going to be present. Okay, right. So this is with respect to the open loop control system, the components of open loop control system, closed loop control system. What do you mean by closed loop control system? And components of closed loop control system, and the difference between open loop and the closed loop control system. Okay, right. Then we'll go further with microprocessor based controllers in the next class. Okay, right. Now, okay, now this is what is that we have discussed today. Okay, right. So before we go further, okay, right. Can anybody say about list the elements of closed loop control system quickly?
Sir, comparison element, control element, correction element,
Okay.
process elements, and measurement element.
Okay. Right. Can somebody say, other than Sukrut, can somebody say what is the function of correction element? Correction element.
Correct.
Sir, a correction element
Correction
is nothing but an
is-
actuator, sir, which is used to compensate the error, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, right. Okay, Shriyar Shah, what is comparison element?
Control comparison element. Comparison element is exactly closed loop system, sir. Actually, comparison element comparing measured value with required value.
Measured value with the required value. Okay, okay, right. One number.
So-
Can you differentiate between the open loop and closed loop control system? Maybe some 3, 4 at least. Quickly.
In open loop, we don't have the feedback system. In closed
Okay.
loop, we have the feedback system.
Okay.
And then, the stability is not that much in closed loop. While in open loop, the stability is bit higher than the closed.
Okay. Then.
And in open loop, we don't get that accurate output. While in closed loop, we get the much accurate output.
Okay. Any other?
The output will depend on the input in the open loop, whereas in the closed loop, the input is dependent on the output.
Okay. Right. Sukrat, what is the purpose of a control unit?
It decides what's the action to be taken to make the error zero.
Okay. Who is going to implement this action? Anybody? Who is going to implement this? Correct.
Correction.
Correction unit, sir.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, okay, right. Okay, I think more or less I have covered. Okay, the question is also okay. So still, if you got any doubts with today's
No,
agenda? No issue.
No, sir.
Okay, right. So make a note in the notebook. But I will give you the PPT and also the complete notes. Okay, not to worry about that. Just go through with the notes that I am going to give. It is more than sufficient to get a good score. Okay. If you got any doubt, you just get it clarified with me. Okay. That's all.
okay.
Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So we'll wait in the next class. Okay. Right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.